Welcome to Impromptu Enlightenment. I'm Susan Queen.
I'm Tina Adkins.
And today we're going to talk about grounding and how to manage your energy field. So I always like to talk to clients about their stress level. I like to talk to them about, how they're feeling, because usually they come to me and their stress is usually a 10. And a lot of times it's because they're really sensitive, actually. Mm-hmm. And they're going around picking up everybody's energy. And they don't know it. And they don't know how to release. And they don't know how to find their own energy. So that's something I like to teach. And like I was telling Tina earlier, when I work with mainstream, like corporate offices or medical, when I go in and teach, it's, I call it stress reduction, mm-hmm. Or meditation or something along that line. And
productivity techniques.
I like that too. Or, if I'm working with someone who's, really open and kind of on the same page as I am, I can say, okay, well, you want to develop your psychic tools. It can be used to raise your vibration, because, as you have to have your vibration raised in order to receive spiritually. Mm-hmm. So that's what meditation does. And it's a matter of, I want to say, releasing energy that's not you and bringing energy back in that is you. Because your energy doesn't work well in someone else's body. And their energy doesn't work well in you. So it's
not a transplant match.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, you can feel very heavy sometimes, and it's not even your energy. Right. Oh, that's why you feel heavy, because it's not yours.
Because you're carrying around other people's stuff.
Yeah. Like sometimes, people say, oh my God, I just feel like I have this dark cloud over me. It's not even yours. So you can let it go. All you have to do is learn how to do it. So there were some skills that I was taught many, many years ago that, I feel worked very well for me. It may not work well for everyone, but for me it was just almost a lifesaver. Wow. Because I was an empath, and I would just, I was a sponge.
Just walking around picking up all kinds of stuff.
I would, until I didn't know who I was. So the tools really were just...
You were just like,
they were so valuable for me.
Yeah.
I know. I'm still so grateful.
Yeah, well,
grateful.
I think too, a lot, sensitivity is not just for certain people. Everybody has sensitivity, intuition, right. Women's intuition. I got that gut feeling. All of that stuff is an intuition of some level. So you want to be aware that, when you walk into a room, you're like, oh, that person's cool, that person's not. All of that stuff is intuitiveness. Yeah. So whether you're a medium or whether you're an empath or whether you're an intuitive or whatever level you want to call it on, everybody has that intuitiveness. So right. It's extremely possible to pick up other people's energies, and you don't want to do that. And Susan's going to talk about how you really need to keep it yours and right. how to keep it in that. So I'm glad we're doing this, because I'm not as grounded as I appear to be.
Well, we'll fix that. I will fix that. We'll have you demonstrate. Maybe we could just guide you in while we're teaching.
Okay.
Want to do that?
Sure,
okay.
Why not?
We'll demonstrate too.
All right, cool.
So, you have to remember that everything's energy. Your energy, your physical energy, the flowers are energy. Everything in the world is energy. And the beauty in that is it can move. You can learn to move energy. Illness is also energy. And you can learn to move that energy out of your body. And you can learn how to match a healthy energy. Like when I'm working with people who are maybe ill, mm-hmm. then it's like, okay, well, let's create a vibration of health. And let's take a look at what you're holding on to that may not even be you. Mm-hmm. It may not be your energy. And it can get layered. Sometimes it can be like, well, maybe it can even be related to a past life too. So it might be like multifaceted also. But when you learn to ground, you learn how to move energy, you feel a lot lighter, a lot younger, because I even think age is energy. I say age is energy too. And you can, so you can move that too. So there's all kinds of different methods out there. The type that I like to teach and the type that worked well for me is the type where you're inside your body. And that's what worked for me. I think some people, do other forms. It didn't work for me. So the type I do is visualization, And during my visualization is when I learn to, I move energy. So I do my work during that time. And as I move the energy off of me, it brings me, I want to say, a vibration of peace. You know, because suddenly you find you, you know, your core, and you're like, you know, suddenly your heart chakra expands, and suddenly you feel at peace.
Wow.
And you go, oh, okay, there I am.
Yeah.
There I am.
And
Hello.
some people don't even know what that is because of you know, stuff that was brought in from, you said you
Yeah.
can bring it in from past lives and put upon you in your situational conditioning as a child.
Yes.
You know, we talk about being a self-talk thing, but
Right.
self-talk has energy.
Right.
So, you know, being in your, I don't know that I've actually ever always been completely just in myself.
Right.
So I don't even know what that feels like. Some people probably don't even know what that feels like, to just be their energy. So this is
It's true.
This is really a good thing.
It's true. And, you know, and I didn't before I learned. You know, I didn't really know my energy.
Wow.
You know, and so it was a blessing to learn. I'm just going to work with a couple of, I'm just going to work with a couple of the chakra centers. Like most of us watching, you know, might be a little bit aware that we have 7 major chakra centers. Then we have many minor, but we're just going to work with the root chakra right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to learn a grounding technique. Another thing you're going to do is you're going to learn how to be in the center of your head. I always say be in the center of your head. Like if you ever feel scattered, pull your awareness or pull your energy behind your eyes, because that's where you sit as a spirit. I always say that's like command central. It's like the driver's seat, okay? So as soon as you pull your awareness back, it almost instantly focuses you.
Oh, wow.
It's, I know, it's trippy. So when you think about, you know, like everybody in California is driving out of their body. If you've ever been on the freeway, you'll understand.
That's a frightening thought.
You'll understand, yeah.
So I have this, every once in a while, I'm going to ask you about this.
Okay.
Every once in a while I have this feeling that I'm looking out through eyes from a cave. Would that be sort of the same sensation of being in the center of your mind?
Well, it could be different for everyone, you know, like, I mean, I think everyone is going to have a different feeling with it.
Okay.
You know, when I teach people, I like to teach them to be in the center of their head, to create a room in there, so that they're in there and nobody else is in there. Like if somebody's in your room, tell them to leave.
Get a
You know,
cab.
this is your room. This is your body, your room. Take ownership. You know, you have to take what I call seniority over your physical body. So, and in doing so, you have to make boundaries. You have to make clear spiritual boundaries, because, you know, we've all run into people in our life that, you know, they just really want to give you all their stuff, you know, and they want to be in your head. They, you know, they want to live your life,
Right.
you know, and suddenly you're like going, why am I having this thought? You know, it's not even, I don't think that way.
Right.
And go to the center of your head. Who's in there? Ask them to leave. If they don't leave, you give them a little push.
Can you do that with the self-talk and the conditioning too? That if you have a pattern that's running that you want to get rid of, you just go to the center and you see where that came from?
Yes, you can.
Oh, wow.
You can trace it.
So, like if your uncle said that to you,
You can trace it.
and then you can just,
Yes, and you can learn to move it out.
wow, okay.
Yeah, you
I
can
like
learn to move
that.
it out. Another, just a quick thing I like to recommend too is also the book You Can Heal Your Life if you're a beginner. I like to recommend that because she talks a lot about affirmation work and where belief systems come from. So I feel like she's kind of a good base also.
That's Louise Hay's book.
Louise Hay, yeah.
Louise Hay.
It's like
You can get it at Hay House.
You can get it anywhere, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a good base, I think, a kind of a foundation book for whatever else we do.
Yeah, it's a terrific book.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I always recommend that book.
Yeah.
And so why don't we begin?
Okay.
All right, we're going to practice on you.
Okay, all right. What do I need to do?
All right, so what I want you to do, Tina, is first, I think I'm going to have you find the center of your head. So
Okay.
go ahead and just pull your awareness behind your eyes. So close your eyes and take a deep breath and relax. Good. Okay, now just pull your energy behind your eyes. And now I want you to create a room and connect to your higher self. And as you connect to higher self, you can ask, is there anything I need to decorate my room with? Is there a color I need? A flower I need? a vibration I need in my head. And how's that feel?
Really good.
Good.
I went straight to the room. I knew exactly what I wanted it to
All
look like.
right. Okay.
I could feel it sort of like going like this. It was like like this. It was very sci-fi-ish, sort of
Isn't
vortexy.
it?
Yeah, it was.
I
It was
know.
like, oh, that's interesting.
Okay, good. Good job, Tina. All right, now, while you're staying in the center of your head, but I want you to now focus on your first chakra. Say hello to that first chakra, right at the base of your spine where you sit. And now you're going to create what's called a grounding cord. So I think today we're going to create a waterfall. You know, you can do many, many things, but we're just going to keep it simple. So right at the base of your spine, just visualize a waterfall and just let that drop down through the floor. So just let that drop further through the dirt and further and even further all the way to the center of the planet, and put that on release and just let gravity work with you, and just let any energy that's not yours just fall down the grounding cord easily. I'm going to keep it simple. Deep breath. Good. And how'd that grounding feel?
Good. I could feel a little bit of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, what's that? Where'd that go? And I just kept thinking, release, release. And as it was going down, I could feel like a peacefulness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is really
Yeah.
comforting. And then, you know, when you said to release the energy, I felt a little bit of resistance in that, but I think some of it went.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
now-
very calm. I mean, my feet feel really firm to the floor right now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, my feet are really solid on the floor, so that's really interesting.
There's one thing you'll find is your body likes it. Like your physical body will thank you. It really will. There's a lot of other steps to this. This is just the few
basic.
simple ones.
Yeah, that's
But
nice.
your body will just really enjoy it.
Mhm.
So, I want to teach you a couple more things.
Mhm.
Okay, so go ahead, and another thing I like to teach is go ahead and pull your aura in to be about an arm's length around you. So you want your aura about an arm's length. And that's because, you know, if your aura is the size of LA, you're not going to feel that great. You know, you're going to be soaking in much more energy than you need. So go ahead and just tighten it up, pull it in about an arm's length. And then on the outside of that aura, I want you to visualize beautiful red roses. And these are going to be protection roses. All right? So they're going to be helping you move energy. See, you're already moving energy. It's so easy.
It's amazing. How
It
easy.
is. I know.
It is really easy.
They should teach this in kindergarten. If we only came with a manual. So as you tighten up your aura, I want to do something. I want to just play with this energy for a minute. Okay, go ahead and let that waterfall drop. Just get rid of it. Let it drop down. Now I want you to create a redwood tree. And let that fall down. Let it anchor it on your first chakra.
Mhm.
Let it fall down through the floor, like the roots are going down to the floor, into the dirt, further and further and further, all the way to the center of the planet. Put that on release. Deep breath. Good. There you go. How'd that feel?
Good.
Okay, you can open your eyes now. So did you notice the difference between the waterfall and the redwood tree?
Yes. It's a big difference.
It's huge, huh?
Yeah, the waterfall is very, it's almost, even though it's comforting and you can feel it flowing, it feels like you can't, it's not solid.
Right.
But the tree, I was like, okay, I'm connected to this, I get it.
Yeah.
But I also felt sort of like an earth energy coming back up through it, which
Mhm.
was interesting, even though you didn't mention that. So, yeah, now I just want to, like, chill.
Yeah.
I'm going to chill.
know.
I feel very relaxed.
Yeah,
Very
it
relaxed.
totally de-stresses you instantly.
Yeah, that's
And,
amazing.
Yeah, it's totally amazing. And like I said, there's more steps to it, but we'll just keep
That's
it simple
very,
for
very
today.
simple and basic. That was
Yeah.
fantastic. Try that at home. It's
Yeah, try it.
amazing. And if you want to get a hold of Susan, we always put our information up. But that was really fantastic. Thank you, Susan.
You're welcome.
Wow.